Subscribe to Inspire to Rise cause it's worth it.
Hello folks, this is Ajha from inspiretorize.com and this is the Honor V10 smartphone. This is one of the latest launches by Honor in the price segment of around 30,000 rupees. The Honor V10 is loaded with features, but is it good enough to justify its price tag of 30,000 rupees? And is it good enough for me to recommend this phone to you so that you can buy it? This question and a lot more other questions would be answered in today's video, so stay tuned. So guys, let's get the basics aside firstly. This smartphone comes with a nice 3400 mAh plus battery, and if you talk about the display, it has a 6-inch 5.99 inches full HD plus display, 2160 by 1080p resolution. And if you talk about a lot of other things, it has a nice back camera, 20 megapixel plus 16 megapixel dual camera combination. On the front you get a 13 megapixel selfie camera, and overall the design, feel, look, everything looks great. This smartphone comes loaded with a lot of things, and if we talk about the front fingerprint sensor, it doubles up as your recent applications button. If you press it just once, normally it will act as your back button. The fingerprint sensor on this one is really fast, and if I have to pick out what is bad with this phone, I have to be very nitpicky to find out what's bad with this phone. And guys, I have been very nitpicky. I have a list of what's bad with this phone, and today I'm going to tell you all of that. So like a news reporter, I can tell you everything that's bad with this phone in just one go, but I won't do that. I will tell you one by one what's bad with this phone. So firstly, what's bad with this phone? The fact that it is an 18:9 phone. So I'm being very nitpicky here that it's an 18:9 phone. A lot of things that run on 16:9 properly don't run on this phone exactly right. So I will give you a very nice example. When you are in an application like Instagram, you're watching Instagram stories from different people. So the content which is 16:9, it's being cropped and zoomed to show in the 18:9 aspect ratio, and a lot of times what happens is that you won't see the full frame. So when somebody has written something, some text or some other things, it does not appear fully, and you have to pinch to zoom out and then see all of the content, and it's quite a hassle every time you have to do so while using applications like these. So I think that is something that needs to be worked on. Maybe if an application is content centric, they should not zoom in to crop to the 18:9 aspect ratio. That's first thing. The second thing that I talked about in the camera review also is the video stabilization. So it has got quite a good camera. You can shoot up to 4K videos with stabilization, but the stabilization is not that great. If I talk about the competition, which is the OnePlus 5T, it has EIS. The electronic image stabilization works great on 4K videos in that phone, but not on this one. So that's one of the cons for this one. And if I talk about what else is bad with this phone, the battery life does last, but once you get to the 20 or 15% mark, it drains down so rapidly that you would be confused as to what drained the battery life that much. If you charge it to 100%, it would last you throughout the day, but once you get to that 20-25% mark, the battery goes down very fastly. There are options in the phone settings to decrease the resolution from full HD plus to just HD plus 1440 by 720. That helps to decrease the battery drain. There are modes like ultra power saving mode, but I think that the algorithm which determines the whole battery life, it needs a little bit of fixing. If I talk about the performance for this phone, it's great. On the Antutu benchmark, on the Geekbench benchmark, all of the scores that I saw were like among the highest scores that I've ever seen on an Android smartphone. Performance is great, very smooth throughout the UI, everything feels fluid on this phone, and I sideloaded few other applications like the Pixel 2 camera application, though it failed to run because of the Kirin 970 chipset, not a Snapdragon chipset, but still the overall performance is very fast, and I think that it's one of the fastest Android phones that I've used till now, though I feel that the stock Android experience would still have been better than EMUI. but it has kind of grown upon me that I have used it for 1 month now, and I feel that this smartphone is one of the most refined smartphones by Honor till now. One of the other good things about this phone is the face unlock. I have talked about it in my initial impressions video. I have talked about it in few other videos, also in the Hindi review video also. So if you look at it when it's locked, so the phone would light up, it will show you all of your notifications, and then it will give you a prompt that use the fingerprint to unlock the smartphone, and you can watch all of your notifications. If somebody else picks up your phone, the notifications would stay hidden. So that's something good. I like this feature, but when you are in a very dimly lit condition, it does not work properly. So that is also something that can't be fixed with just software updates, because it does not use something like an infrared sensor. One point down. If I talk about the display quality, it's good. Colors are vibrant, saturated, everything is good. But the display quality outside in sunlight or really bright conditions, it's not that great. If you are in really bright conditions, the display won't be that visible as compared to something like the OnePlus 5T, which uses an optic AMOLED display. One of the other cons that I found about this phone was that there is an internal Honor application over here. So this is the application which redirects to the store for Honor, and it would show you all of the latest models and everything that you can buy right now from Honor. There is some issue with this application. I got a lot of spam notifications from this one. Honor 10x launched, Honor 20x launched, Honor 21, 22x launched, and I think that it was something which was because of some messed up code by developers, but I think it has been fixed now, because I got notifications 1 week ago, but now I'm not receiving any notifications from this application. Still, some random notifications like this on a day-to-day basis for 2 or 3 days is something that is going to put almost anybody off. So I think on the software front, they still need to refine few more things. Now that I'm done bashing this phone, let's talk about everything else that is great with this one. Performance is good. The camera is good. Stills taken from this phone are really great. The bokeh mode works even in videos. The pro video mode is great. And if you just want to use the aperture mode while shooting videos, it will blur out the background in those videos also. I think this is one of the first that I've seen on any smartphones which does real-time bokeh on videos. So that's a plus point. If I talk about other features, it supports 4G on both of the SIMs. That's also a plus point for this phone, something that is not available on almost all of other phones out there. If I talk about the design flaws, one of the design flaws is that at the back, if you look carefully, the dual camera sensors are protruding out a little bit. So what happens is that when you put the smartphone in your pocket or any other place where you might be storing some other stuff, so the camera sensor can get damaged. That is one of the issues that I think that is present with this phone. It can easily be mitigated by using the TPU cover present inside the box for this phone, but still I think that the sensors could have been a little bit more inside for all of those people who like to use their phones without any cover. Now, who should buy this phone? At a price of around 30,000 rupees, I think that the Honor View 10 is a great choice for almost everybody, because it comes with 6GB RAM, 128GB storage for this price, and the competition does not offer 128GB storage in this price range. So I think that's something that makes it quite a higher option, quite a good choice for a lot of people out there who want more storage from their phone. Who should not buy this phone? For anybody who is looking for Android updates for more than 1 year, don't buy this phone, because you might get an update to later versions of Android for this phone, but I don't think that they would honestly support this phone after 1 year. But if you buy something like OnePlus 5T, I can assure you that you would get updates for 2 generations. That's the case we have seen with a lot of other manufacturers, which is not the case with Honor. They take quite some time to push out latest updates. So that's a con for this phone if you're going to buy this one. Who should buy this phone? Anybody who loves a good still camera, they should buy this phone. Who should not buy this phone? Anybody who wants a really reliable battery life, or you want a battery life monster smartphone. If you're somebody who's going to use it normally just like I do, or a lot of other people do, who are happy with 1 day battery life, it's a great phone for them. There's included 9-volt 2 ampere charger in the box for the phone. So fast charging is also supported right out of the box. That's a plus point. And if you're going to buy it, just go out and buy it. It looks fabulous in the midnight blue color. The black color also looks good. But if you're somebody who wants a phone for really long time, I think I won't recommend this phone because you have other options out there which might perform well for a longer time duration. Still, it's among the best that Honor has produced till date, and it's a phone that I would recommend easily to anybody who has a limited budget of around 30,000 rupees. So guys, this was it for this video. In case you like this one, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Do subscribe to Inspire to Rise for more detailed tech reviews like this one. And guys, no matter what you do, stay inspired to rise. ये पेपर में और दिखाइए और क्या गड़बड़ लिखा है मैंने। पेपर फेंक दिया चौड़ में, याद नहीं आ रहा।